In this video, my son and I are up here in the mountains and we're gonna put his newly lifted TJ to the test, do a little camping and check out his camp setup. And I'm actually gonna do some cooking. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. Welcome to Trail Recon. I'm Brad. This is my son Jordan, and today we're up here in the mountains and we're just gonna do a little wheeling. We've got the Gladiator and we've got his newly lifted 2006 Jeep Wrangler. How you liking the lift so far?
Super smooth.
Super smooth. Even now here on the trail, just this little bit, you're feeling pretty good, huh?
Yeah, the shocks do a really good job soaking it up.
Yeah, so this video, we're gonna go just hit some trails, have a little fun. We're gonna go find a cool camp spot and do a little cooking. I'm gonna cook, you're gonna cook. Yeah. Should be fun. One challenge that we've had already though was with your sway bar end links. What's going on with those guys?
None of the pins want to come out, so I can't take them, disconnect them.
Yeah, that was a little frustrating. We were really working hard to get those out. So we may have to get some different ones that'll be a little bit easier for a quick disconnect. Somebody forgot their tool bag.
I have mine though.
But thankfully Jordan brought his. Mine's actually in the back of the Chief and I'm glad that he has his. But that's hopefully we won't have any issues, but you're not gonna be able to disconnect, so you're not gonna get full flex, but we'll have a little fun and get to test the suspension. And hopefully we can find a cool camp spot up here. This is beautiful up here, isn't it? Yeah, so this should be a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us, guys. This is gonna be a great day. Our adventure kicks off of Highway 38, just east of Big Bear Lake, California. We started out on Broom Flat Forest Road 2N01. This is a great starting trail as there are many trails that branch off from here, and our objective is to head towards Heartbreak Ridge, where there are some good obstacles that will allow Jordan to get a feel for his suspension and how to navigate some moderate to difficult terrain. But we weren't a half mile down the trail until Jordan got on the radio and said, hey, we need to pull over for a quick fix. Jordan, what are you doing, buddy?
Taping my window shut.
Why are you duct taping your window shut?
Because every time we go over like rocks, it just vibrates and shakes loose.
So the half doors are cool, but maybe some full-size doors in your future?
That would be nice.
You gotta love duct tape. It'll fix anything. I know Jordan loves the look of the half doors, but the sliding windows are not really his favorite. He is on the hunt for a good set of full-size doors with standard roll-up windows, and once the budget allows, and we find a good set, I suspect he'll be swapping these out. It wasn't long before we made the turn onto Forest Road 2N61Y, also known as Heartbreak Ridge Trail. I love this trail. I've run it many times. This trail is a 9-mile route and can be accessed from either the Broom Flat Trail, the way we came, or also you can come up Byrnes Canyon Trail, which is also a very fun trail. This trail is rated as moderate to difficult, and it really depends on the line you take. But we have taken stock Jeeps through here without lockers, so don't be too intimidated by this trail. A skilled driver can navigate their way through here without too much difficulty. If you are looking to find some good camping, well, there are plenty of spots along this trail as well. Just please be sure to abide by the San Bernardino National Forest dispersed camping rules. But I'll tell you, there's some great spots and this is a fun trail. But this is the first time that I've taken the Gladiator on this trail. So the long wheelbase and the breakover angle and that, well, yep, there it was, departure angle will probably come into play today. But Jordan and his little two-door is very nimble. He shouldn't have a whole lot of challenges. We were a couple hours in since arriving to Broom Flat, and there is a well-known spot along Heartbreak Ridge that I love to stop for lunch. It's affectionately known as Pontiac Sluice, and there lay these remains of this old Pontiac that has seen better days, but it's become kind of an icon along the trail. As we began to break out the lunch fixings, we realized that someone, Jordan, was supposed to make sandwiches for lunch, and boy, he forgot. I forgot the tool bag, he forgot to make lunch. I hope we didn't forget anything else. Thankfully, this is only an overnight trip and we didn't go too far off the grid on this trip. So, chips, dip, and a little salsa was for lunch. Okay, time to press on. There's a whole lot that lay ahead of us.
All right, Jordan, you're in a little conundrum. What happened, buddy?
I think it slipped out of 4 low and I can't move, so I can't put it. It's not letting me put it 4 high or 4 low.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to find a way to pull you back just so we can get it back into gear. For some reason, it's not going into gear.
Yep.
Okay. So as I was walking away, he figured out how to put it back into gear. But now he's about to get stuck with it. Lockers! Lockers! You're stuck on this. You gotta get up over it. You're gonna need to be locked.
A ways down the trail and you will come to a section that Y's off, and from here it's just a big loop that brings you right back to this spot. Going left, as we did, is just a nice climb along the side of the mountain. If you choose to go right, you will have a little more fun climbing some of the obstacles, but they are notably easier to come down, and since I didn't have my tools with me, we took the slightly easier route. Just wasn't looking to break anything today. Heartbreak Ridge is just under 6,800 feet in elevation, and there are some very scenic views up here, so don't forget to stop for a moment and take it all in. As you crest the top of the mountain, it opens up to a nice staging area, a good spot to take a break and stretch your legs and check out some of the cool stuff that's up here.
All right, Jordan, this is officially the top of Heartbreak Ridge. Pretty beautiful up here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice. Something most people don't know is there's something very interesting right up here. Let's go check it out. I don't think you've seen this before. So there's a little geocache up here, but there's also this cool memorial, which, what a great spot for memorial. I mean, man, it's just beautiful up here.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Umbrella.
And there's actually a bunch of stuff in here.
All right, Jordan, so the rule with any geocache is if you take something, you got to leave something. What's in there? Is anything worth taking?
There's water bottle, some stuff from an MRE, some rocks, poker chips, pair of gloves, some ramen.
Oh, ramen?
Yeah.
We could have had that for lunch since we didn't have sandwiches.
Yeah, we could have.
A lot of people looks like they've signed that book though, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, buddy. Well, I think we could camp up here if we wanted, but there's really no shade or protection from the wind. It's pretty nice, but I've got some cool spots in mind. You want to go head down the mountain now?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. Can you guys tell how steep that hill is? I'm getting my exercise today. Whew!
Here's a good reminder to watch your step when you are outside of your vehicle in Southern California. Rattlesnakes are actually pretty prevalent. This guy was just making his way across the trail. We gave him his space. Just remember, tread lightly, guys.
Don't turn your wheels, just stay straight. A little bit passenger. There you go.
We reached the end of the Heartbreak Ridge Trail and turned off onto Byrnes Canyon and then set our sights looking for a good campsite. There are lots of primitive campsites out here. You just have to search for them. I have a few hidden gems that I've put some waypoints on over the years, and I'm sorry, I'm not giving up those GPS coordinates. You'll just have to come out here like I did, go search around for them. That's what part of the adventure is all about.
All right, well, we found a camp spot for the night. The one I normally go to, somebody was actually there, but this is a really nice spot. Jordan, this is good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's quiet, it's got some shade, it's a ways off the trail, so nobody should be bothering us. It'd be pretty nice. Now, what I want to do is we're going to set up camp, and I'll give you a little tour around camp. I think it'll be cool to look at Jordan's setup, because Jordan, you did, was it 7 weekends in a row while you were stuck on base you camped?
Something like that.
So you've got this dialed down pretty good, but it's just basic stuff, and I think it'll be cool to show it. And then I've got to cook dinner, so I'm in charge of dinner duty tonight. So this is going to be a good night, and it's perfect weather tonight.
I've gotten pretty proficient in setting up camp over the years, and I can usually get set up pretty fast, but I think Jordan actually beat me tonight.
All right, we're all set up, and I love this roof nest tent because it sets up so quickly. I just wish it had a little more room in there, but it's nice for me. It's no worries. I got the stove set up here on the tailgate, the fridge. I love this Tempo Touch slider because it's got that table, and then we've got all the utensils, and of course back here I've got the water port, which I love being able to have pressurized water. That thing is awesome. And then I carry most of my camping gear in this Roam box here. It's a pretty durable box and fits just about everything I need in there. So that works for me well. And then here is something you guys can laugh at me about. Jordan was laughing at me about. So this is actually my wife's camping chair. This is the Nemo Stargazer. And she sat in this. This is actually Marco's daughter had one. And she sat in it. She said, I gotta have one of those chairs. And so that was a Christmas gift. These things are not cheap, but I will tell you, they are so comfortable. Okay, Jordan, before you show us your setup, what happened, dude?
Water exploded in the back of my Jeep.
The water exploded, so his hammock that is back there drying in the wind, it was totally wet, so maybe that'll dry out, but option B is you do have a ground tent.
I have a ground tent.
You didn't bring the rooftop tent?
Nope.
Because you really just wanted to get a feel for your suspension on this trip, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd it go?
It feels really nice.
Yeah?
I mean, when you go fast, it's still, feels like an old Jeep, but
Yeah.
it's definitely smoother than
Well,
it was before.
it was flexing pretty good today.
Yeah, it
So,
was.
Yeah, so we'll get maybe an easier trip, easier trail. We'll get the rooftop tent up there, but you're kind of going budget now. But if things worse to worse, you could still bunk with your old man.
Yeah.
Okay, now show us what you've got here. This is all stuff that you have acquired. You basically acquired this at the store on base, most of it, huh?
Yeah, none of it's like super expensive. I mean, this is just some cheap, like maybe $20, $30 table they had, just a Coleman stove.
The table works. It's like having a tailgate table, but not.
Yeah, and it's a little bit bigger, so it gives me more room.
Right.
And then I have this bamboo table I got off your Amazon store.
Yeah, I love that table.
You gave me this Gold Zero, so that was nice.
Yep.
This is like some super cheap, just Coleman chair.
Yeah, you're making me feel guilty with the chair thing because I'm living in the comfort. We might have to trade chairs just so you can enjoy the other one.
Yeah.
And you've also got a Roam box. What do you carry in the box?
This is where I put all my camping stuff. So I've got like extra food, gloves, utensils, napkins, just my license plate.
I love that you have dehydrated food and olive oil.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
So, yeah.
But look, you've actually, everything's fitting pretty well since we took the back seat out of the TJ.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not having any problems.
No, but it'd still be nice to build like some shelf system.
Like a shelf
or
in
something.
here? Yeah, for sure. That would be nice.
That way I could stack stuff up.
Yeah. But you were saying yesterday you don't think you're going to do a refrigerator.
Not a big one, at least.
Okay, maybe a small one?
Maybe a small drawer fridge, but that's going to take up like half the space back there.
Yeah, it's going to take up lots of space, but it will be nice to have cold drinks and, keep your food chilled, especially when we're out of the desert.
Yeah,
So,
that would be nice.
Yeah. All right, I'm cooking dinner. You chose the menu. What's up for dinner tonight?
Carne asada burritos.
Carne asada burritos.
We're going to do tacos, but...
Yeah, we got the wrong tortilla shells.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to get started on dinner, and then you have breakfast duty in the morning.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, what a great day. Look at it's just beautiful out here, dude. I mean, come on. A great day of wheeling, and now we're at this beautiful campsite. Come on.
So what's for dinner?
All right, so we got carne asada. We got some really nice carne asada from the grocery store. This is already pre-seasoned, pre-marinated. It's going to be great. We got some real tortillas, not the junk ones, right, Jordan?
Yep.
We got some cheese, we got some salsa, we got some sour cream. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, but this is going to be tasty, I think.
And how much carne asada did you get?
Well, you like to eat, so I got 2 pounds of carne asada. We'll cook it all up and see what happens, We may not eat it all, but that's all right. Oh, that smells good. Holy smokes, that's a lot of meat. Oh, man. That smells so good. Dude.
Did you actually make something good?
You gotta try that. That is good right there. Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's really good.
Let's get those tortillas. I'll start making some burritos. How's it taste?
It's really good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I'll be having seconds.
Okay, right on.
Dinner was so good, but for me, what was even better was the conversation. I can't tell you how nice it is when you're out of cell phone service, there's no TV, just no distractions, and I get to hang out and talk with my son. It was a great afternoon, and it was a good thing I bought all that carne asada because that boy destroyed 2 very large burritos. Oh, and I thought his hammock plan was going to work out, but instead he opted for a ground tent.
All right, Jordan, what's the story? What's the deal with the tent that we're hammocking?
There's a bunch of ants on that tree, and I don't really want them to climb on that little rope and cover me when I'm sleeping, so set up my $30 tent.
$30 tent. That's all you really need, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it works.
Morning, sunshine.
Morning.
How'd you sleep?
Pretty well. Slept on a stick though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you could have moved your tent around.
could have, but
What's for breakfast?
just some breakfast burritos with sausage and eggs.
Man, well, it already smells good, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for making breakfast. Dude, that is a monster breakfast burrito.
Yeah, it's gonna taste good though. Not bad.
What a great way to start the day with a good cup of coffee and a delicious breakfast burrito. Thanks, buddy. Breakfast was awesome.
Yeah, no problem.
What a beautiful morning. This is so cool to be out here. You know, in the beginning when we really started out, we would go hit a trail and then we would run home and then we want to go find a trail that was further out and then it was a longer drive home. And then it was time to like, you know what? We're going to camp when we go to our next destination. And so that's kind of what this was. We drove 3 hours to get to Heartbreak Ridge. Last thing you want to do is spend 6 hours on the road in a single day after wheeling for 7 or 8 hours. So it's perfect to bring your camping gear, do a little camping like this, eat some good chow, have some good conversation, make some memories, enjoy nature. I love this stuff. So I encourage you guys to go find a trail that's maybe not so close to home, take your camping gear and go have a great adventure. You'll thank me for it. I hope you have enjoyed hanging out with us. I know this wasn't some big long expedition, but sometimes this is just what we love doing. If you're visiting Trail Recon for the first time, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a member of the Trail Recon team. Thanks for watching.